ADHD and porn obsession. When it comes to ADHD, you can actually end up getting like this porn obsession. And I think a lot of times it's mistaken almost as like porn addiction. I don't necessarily feel it's porn addiction though. It is more of an obsession. It's something I kind of wish I would have known. I found out a lot about this later on. And it's something that a lot of people with ADHD actually struggle with. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. Porn actually helps people that are ADHD in a lot of different ways. When it comes to being ADHD, the things you have to keep in mind and remember is our brain doesn't handle and produce and do stuff with dopamine that normal brains do. So when it comes to our brain and how it regulates that reward center, how it regulates with boredom, all of that dopamine searching, porn is a huge default for a lot of people actually. And so what ends up happening is when it comes to porn and watching it, it hits the reward system immediately fast in your brain. It replaces a lot of boredom. It does create kind of that natural dopamine. It's one of those that it stops the dopamine searching. It stops internal dialogue because we can become focused and almost hyper-focused on porn, on sex all of a sudden, where it literally shuts the world down around us with this obsession around porn. And it's not that we have a sex obsession, any of that. Sometimes hypersexuality can be misconstrued because sex in general, for anyone that's ADHD, when you have an orgasm, that hits your reward benefactor. It's helped you fill 30 minutes of boredom that you were struggling with. It's helped you in a lot of different ways as a very negative coping tool. And it's not a reason because you have ADHD to sit and watch porn and obsess about it every day or to cheat on your partner. It's not a reason to do any of that. But it's something that you need to understand how easy it is to fall into the flip side of porn. Because what happens is we will lose time and have time blindness with it. You end up having massive collections, or you're looking for certain videos or a video that is stimulating to you, which now allows you to become hyper-focused on something where all your brain energy has now shut down and is now focused on this. And a huge thing for people with ADHD is we struggle with boredom, we struggle with time management, and this shuts the world down for us. And then to have that hyper-focusedness, it's this temporary release. And that's one of the worst parts about it when it comes to ADHD and this obsession that we can get with porn. It's something to be aware of. There's a lot of different coping out there for it. There's even therapy that you can go to. You can do CBT therapy with a therapist to help when it comes to this porn. When it comes to this porn obsession that you end up creating in your head, because of how it makes you feel. And let's face it, there is parts about sex that is very healthy, and when it comes to ADHD, that is healthy. But ultimately, for someone with ADHD, is we cannot control all of a sudden our obsessive tendencies sometimes. When it comes to knowing that this is now a solution for us when it goes to our brain and dopamine searching. And that's why I share about stuff like this. It's a lot of stuff that I wish I would have known. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below. Because the more that we share about this, the more that we share, why people possibly struggle with this, to start conversations about it, the more it helps a lot of people out there struggling to start conversations with a therapist, to start conversations with your psychiatrist, or even starting conversations with your partner. Because your partner might be wondering or thinking that they're not good enough for you. There's a lot of things that can happen when it comes to a porn obsession that you can acquire with ADHD. And unfortunately, especially in relationships, it can put a lot of strain on it because your partner now all of a sudden is feeling neglected. They're feeling that they don't do it enough for you, or you're not attracted to them. So it can bring a lot of damage into a relationship, which is something to definitely be aware of. And again, the more that you know, the more that you hear other people's experiences and how people got through it, is key, and it makes a difference. For myself, I had to realize that it was something that I enjoyed, and instead of doing it by myself, to just look at my partner and be like, hey, let's have sex. It made it a lot easier. And it's funny because a lot of times we don't ask this because of the rejection sensory that we have with ADHD, that we're afraid to even ask our partner, because what if they don't want to have sex with us? Can be a struggle and put a strain on your relationship. So it's amazing what happens if you want to enjoy something with your partner. Just look at them and ask, and it makes a huge difference.